Hey Student Success, welcome to week 8 of the semester. After this week, you are officially halfway done with our course, which is exciting to think about. Also means that spring break is just about here. So I'm going to go ahead and get this week kicked off. So as usual, you might get tired of hearing about this, but you have a student services assignment due at the end of week 16, which I know you still have plenty of time. However, we're almost halfway through. And so if you haven't at least registered for a workshop, you want to make sure that you are doing that as soon as possible. Remember, when you get into My Stark State, under academic support, student success workshops, at this point, over half the workshops are probably already been offered. So here's where kind of after spring break starts picking up. So you want to make sure that you are checking out what's available still, because a lot of them have already passed. You can see all of these up here that are already over. So please make sure you check your calendars, your work schedule, your class schedule, whatever calendars you need to check, and go ahead and get registered for at least one workshop and have a backup in mind, because things pop up, stuff happens, there's technical difficulties, scheduling conflict, whatever, and you can't make the one you thought you could, you can have a backup ready. Remember, registration is through Handshake. So if you have a Handshake account already, you can just register for the workshop. If you don't have a Handshake account, you'll have to click in, where it says register. It's going to take you to Handshake, and you're going to have to either log in or create the account based on if you already have the account. So I just want to keep plugging that because we are getting closer and closer. All right. So week 8 runs from March 7th through the 13th. And hopefully this is a timely week because it is a registration week. So I'm going to go ahead and show you what I mean by that. I'm going to click into week 8. So there's only one assignment this week. There's no discussion forum. Week 8 attendance is based on submitting this one assignment by Sunday. So if you submit the assignment, not only do you get assignment credit, but you also get your week 8 attendance points. So in the materials folder, there are some links to where you can go, but I'm also going to walk you through that information. And then here's the actual form you're going to fill out, but it is also in the assignment area here. So if I go into the assignments, here is the registration assignment. Okay, so I'm going to pull that up and just have that up and going right here in the background. Okay, so what I meant by saying this is timely is because summer and fall registration are just now opening. And so you want to make sure that you are taking advantage of those openings and getting your class schedules, because some of you might be taking the summer off and you might be getting ready for fall, or some of you might be taking summer classes. Not 100% sure what your plans are, but this is the time to start thinking about it. So you want to make sure that you are looking ahead, maybe taking some options to talk with your advisor. You do not have to talk with your advisor for this assignment, but it is an opportunity for you to start thinking, okay, do I need to make an appointment with my advisor? Do I need to touch base with that person? And you could do this assignment and then use this as a talking point with your advisor. So again, you don't have to have your advisor sign off on this or anything or work with them on this assignment, but it is something that you could use potentially. So to get your registration assignment done, you're going to open it up. It's going to be a PDF that you can write in, or type in rather. So you're going to go ahead and just make sure that you put, your name, today's date. I happen to be recording this on Tuesday. My kids were super excited to celebrate this day. And then decide, are you going to be taking classes for summer or fall semester? So depending on what you're doing, maybe you're taking summer, or you would put in fall. You want to put in your major right here. So if you are, like business, whatever your major is, okay? So that hopefully is easy enough. Here's where you're going to go to get this information. So you are going to go, hopefully you recall, your map page, right? From your My Stark State, let me get back up here, My Stark State, My Stuff, click on your map. It'll bring this up. This was already done in a previous week. Back in, I believe it was week 5, you guys had to submit your map page. So you may already have this still saved, or hopefully you recall how to get back into it. So you can use your map page. This is one potential area you could use, because remember, this is the page that shows you all the classes you need to take, that you are currently taking, and that you have to take in the future. I guess that's the same as need to take, right? But for those of you who are still working on a lot of classes, these will be kind of in red saying, hey, you still need to take these classes. So This will give you the information on the classwork that you need to take still. Or, as we also did in week 5, you could go under your academics, your career community, whatever one it happens to be. Go to the page that has your degree on it. Find your courses and pull that up. So you could use either one of those two things, okay? So it's really up to you, or a combination of both. It's up to you what you use. Now, one of the questions I get for this week is, well, I don't know what I need to take. I can't do this assignment. That's kind of the point of the assignment, to be honest. This is the whole point of the assignment, is to make you think about what you're going to take in future semesters. Now, I'm not going to go back in 2, 3, 4 weeks and be like, oh, you did not sign up for the classes you told me you were going to on this form. It's fine if you don't end up using this schedule. This is an exercise in using the college's resources, okay? So what you're trying to do is come up with a schedule that could potentially work for you for summer or fall of 2022. If you don't actually end up registering for those classes, that is okay. I'm not going to take off points if you don't use that exact schedule you told me you thought about using. Okay? So just keep that in mind. And again, the excuse of, I don't know what I'm going to take, so I can't do this assignment, doesn't really work, because that's the whole point of the assignment, is to kind of make you start thinking about what classes you could take. Now, if you are, this happens sometimes, ready to graduate, every once in a while we have someone who kind of snuck this class all the way to the end, and they're going to graduate this spring, or if you are a CCP student, send me a message, and I can kind of give you some ideas of what you can do for this assignment. Otherwise, you'll just kind of complete this as you normally would. All right, so another question I get asked is, do you have to have every single one of these filled in? No, you do not have to have every one of these filled in, because not everyone takes that many classes. I would hope you wouldn't take that many classes. That's a lot of classes. So even if you only have one filled in summer semester, you can only take one class, and that's totally fine. Or if you have 4 classes, it's totally up to you. So where do we get this information? Okay, so again, here's my map page. I'm going to look at this information. It's going to help me figure it out. So let's say I need to take, I'm just going to scroll down and try to grab one here. I need to take business communication, ENG 230. That's what I'm going to use to help me search for this class, because I need to know what day, what time, what modality, all of that kind of stuff it's going to be offered. Okay, so I'm going to go to my Stark State again. I'm going to go to my stuff, which I'm already there, and I'm going to go to register for classes. Okay, because based on this sheet and my map, I kind of know what classes I need to take, but to fill this out, I need a little bit more information. And so I'm going to go to my registration. I'm going to go to Browse Classes. Now I'm going to do a drop down. I'm either going to choose summer or I'm going to choose fall, depending on what it is that I'm registering for. I'm just going to pick fall and hit continue. Okay, so here we go. My subject. So remember, I was looking over at my map page. My subject is this 3-letter abbreviation, like management, MGT, marketing, MKT, accounting, ACC, business, BUS, so on. That's what I'm looking at. So I am going to do business communication, ENG 230. So I'm going to type in ENG. That's my subject. ENG, English. 230 was my number. And then I'm going to hit search. Okay. So not a lot of availability here, but this is my results. Okay. So over here, my subject was ENG. My number was 230. My course title was Business Communication. Now, how do I get the rest of this information? My CRN. Let me look and see. My CRN is going to be this 5-digit number right here, 20065. My CRHR means how many credits is this class? What's my credit load for this? Well, right here, 3 hours, right here. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and just put 3. My days times. Well, if I look at this, and you can pull these out, which this is a new system the last couple months, and it's a little tricky. So it's online only. I don't have any days times campus type thing. So I'm going to put NA. It's not available. And I'm just going to make sure I put web. Okay. So that's how I would fill that out. Let's look at one that would have an on campus so that I can show you what that looks like. I'm going to pick one of the classes that I teach. Let's say you have to take critical analysis, IDS, 102, search. Here we go. A few more options. And I'm going to go down to one that has some more offerings right here. Now, the names aren't on the class list yet. I have my class schedule for summer and fall, and a lot of instructors do. Eventually, you'll be able to see who teaches your classes right here. So let's say I want to take a class on campus, because I like on-campus classes. So how do I know when that is provided? I gotta do this again, make that nice and available. I'm going to scroll down. You can see the ones that are online, say online only. Here we go, main campus. So let's just say I want to go to main campus. This one is on Wednesday nights from 5:30 to 7:20. So if I were filling out my form, IDS 102, critical analysis, 4 credits, time 5:30 to 7:20, days, it looked like it was just Wednesday, campus main, and then I would fill in my 5-digit number, whatever that one was. I think it was 20724. Okay. There you go. That's how you fill it out. And however many you fill up, then just add. I only have 7 credits there. There we go. Form done. When I go to save it, I'm going to go up here to this 3 little dots, and I'm going to, I'm going to download it. And I'm going to make sure I do it with my changes. If you accidentally click without your changes, you are just going to wipe everything out and submit a blank document. So make sure that you save it with your changes, find a place to save it, save, there it is. And then you'll go in, you'll hit on that. You will browse your files. You'll find it somewhere in all your files. There it is, open, there we go. All right. I hope that I made the resources easy for you to find. I will tell you that if you need extra assistance, there's a video right underneath in the assignment area. Our course coordinator, Dr. Revlock, did like a 4-minute video or so, kind of walking you through a similar process. In case you want to see that as well, you are welcome to watch that video also if you need more assistance kind of finding the information. But please make sure that your map page is a resource for you, as well as this degree page, both of which we did during week 5. And then this, again, you're going to kind of cater it to you, whether you're doing summer or fall. Fill this in as much as you need, and it is not required to meet with your advisor. It is not the schedule that you 100% have to go with. If you end up changing your mind in a couple weeks when you actually go to register, that's totally okay. As I said, it's just an exercise in making sure you know how to use these resources. All right, if you have questions, reach out. And I do want to say that your week 9 is the week after spring break. However, you can see on my screen, I am opening week 9 early. This is technically during spring break. And you can see that week 10 doesn't open until the 28th. So I'm opening it in spring break because technically you'll have 2 weeks to work on it if you want. If you don't want to, don't even bother. Don't worry about it. You won't have it due during spring break. I just open up week 9 in case anyone wants to work on anything over spring break. If you're like me, my kids' spring break and the college's spring break do not line up, so I can never really go anywhere or do anything exciting. So I end up doing stuff anyway on my break. But that's totally up to you. I don't want you to feel like you have to work on week 9. It's going to be open for 2 weeks for that purpose. Okay, I hope everyone has a great week 8, a great week of midterms, whatever you might have going on this week, and have a fun and safe spring break, and I'll see you after that. Bye.